Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the issue of one term was a statement that was coined by GACHAGWA, and it spread like bushfire. Everyone is talking about one term. That is the rallying call. And with that, we've had several protests, and in all of this protest, it seems the government has failed. That's why people are being forced to go to the street to protest. And when they're on the street, it is all about one term, and RUTO must go. So, in response to this, RUTO was asking, how do you want me to go? How do you want me to go? That's the question that he is actually asking. And GACHAGWA has responded to this. So first of all, listen to RUTO, then GACHAGWA has responded, and our reaction to the same.
And if it is RUTO must go, tell me how you want me to go. What? You know? I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. What do you mean? What do you mean by RUTO must go? How do I go?
Now, yesterday, GACHAGWA was on NTV for an interview, and he responded to this issue of how RUTO is asking the manner in which the people want him to go. So, GACHAGWA is dismissing the issue of a coup, because the RUTO regime are always thinking about someone committing a coup against him. And we know what he means by that when they talk about the issue of coup and that. GACHAGWA has given him 2 ways to go home. If he's not aware of one of the ways he can use to go home, and it's funny. Number 1, you can resign from office. Because when you are asking how, resign and go, as simple as that. And that is one of the ways that Kenyans had told William Ruto. Everyone is responding, resign and go. When you are in a working democracy and you find out that you are governing a country in a manner in which we see this regime doing, where people are dying and all that things that are happening to the people, you do justice, resign and go. Is Ruto ready for that? You have an answer. Number 2, GACHAGWA is telling William Ruto, you can wait until next election and you will see the reality of one term. It is going to be a protest vote against you. There is 2 ways and you have no option. You will go home. That's the GACHAGWA message to William Ruto.
I've heard him say, crying today, that he doesn't know how we want him to go home. I've heard him crying today. I saw him very mellowed. The usual bravado is not there. I saw him very mellowed, crying. Oh, people are saying RUTO must go. I need to understand how I need to go. President, don't throw the ball back to us. Kenyans have decided you'll be one term, you'll go. The decision of how you go is yours. There are 2 ways you can make a decision. 1, you can resign and go home in dignity. 2, you can wait for the people of Kenya to remove you through the ballot in 2027. All this nonsense that there was a coup, or they wanted to overthrow William Ruto, is all nonsense. It's just a Ruto boy is trying to hype him and cheat him.
Now, the same William Ruto who is asking the means or way to go home is still the same William Ruto. At one point when Kibaki was the president, he had a message for Kibaki, and his message was clear. It will not take long if I quote him. You will have to quit State House because you did not win. Among the Gen Zs who are protesting, there are those who believe that Ruto did not win election. Even if you ask Raila Odinga, and people are asking, how is Ruto working with Raila Odinga? How do they go to work together? Kuna mwenye alibia mwingine lakini ikakuwa, you need the other person for you to govern the country. The same Ruto that is asking, how do you want me to go home, is still the same William Ruto who was threatening Kibaki and demanding him to leave State House. So, what is the difference? People are asking, what is the difference?
We are telling Mwai Kibaki it will not be long. He will have to quit State House because he did not win.
Now, I want us to continue with the panel discussion, but before we go deep into that, I have a quick and humble request. For those who are watching this channel and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to our discussion. GACHAGWA's message to William RUTO, which is actually the position of majority of Kenyans, it's very clear that you will go home, like it or not. That is the message in that interview. You will have to go home. Forget about the questions you are asking. You will go home. It is you to choose which means you want to use to go home. But again, he's telling him that he can decide to go home in dignity, honorably, by resigning. It can help you to gain the dignity among Kenyans. Resign and go. But you can as well wait to be humiliated by Kenyans through the ballot. And that's why on this panel I'm telling the youth that it is high time, if you are 18 years, take the ID. Take your ID and proceed to get the voting card. If you are 18 and you have the ID, please proceed to get the voting card. Arm yourself with your voting card. That is one of the tools that you can use to voice out your position. It is one of the ways to put someone in office. So that if you get the chance to protest, you will be protesting against the person you put in the office. Second, that you can have the right person in that office. Isikuwe kila wakati you are on the street. Because you allowed someone in the office by not voting. You allowed people to put a wrong person in the office. Go and vote for the right person. So this is a way that you will embarrass William RUTO on ballot. It's one of the ways. But there is something GACHAGWA did not talk about, and we know the reason why, because we see there are threats by this regime to arrest the GACHAGWA and put the charges on him over attempt to destabilize the government. Now, that is a dangerous case. That is treason. But they don't have enough evidence, of course. So it is just threat they're trying to make. But the truth is that youth can decide to remove RUTO from power by leading a massive protest to State House and eject him. It has worked elsewhere. We have seen people being removed from office. The case of Sudan, the case of Bangladesh. You go to Sri Lanka, it is same. It is all over. So there is also the third way you can remove RUTO from power, which GACHAGWA has avoided to talk about. But there are three ways RUTO can go home. So he has to make a decision if he will continue with the kind of leadership he is offering that takes people back to the streets to keep on protesting. One day he will think it is a normal protest, but it will be a day when Kenyans will use their power. You know, power belongs to the people. The people power. Constitution has given power to the people. So when you joke with them, they can take back power. What you are using is donated power through the Constitution and through the people's vote. Donated power. That power can be reclaimed. RUTO is aware of this. So he can be removed by through a coup, people can go to the State House and eject him from power. Hata hiyo ni coup kweli. Sio wanajeshi wameenda kule, ama mwanasiasa fulani ametumika, wananchi wameamua ndio wamekutoa. So instead of mentioning the third point, Gachagua decided to say that you can go home in dignity. With your dignity, resign. The other way of going home, when your dignity has been destroyed, is by waiting for people to remove you from power through that means of massive protest to State House and ejecting you from power. That's one of the ways. But above all, Gachagua has definitely responded. I don't know your views, but please let us meet in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much, and see you in our next video.